Let's talk. This might be more for future me than it is for any viewers, subscribers, whatever. I know I don't get a lot of viewers, and that's fine. I'm more so trying to talk to myself because I feel like I don't really know what I want to do yet. As far as Overwatch is concerned, I've been playing Overwatch for so long that I want this to be my thing so bad. But I feel like since it is so old, and as far as trying to make something out of it, seems a bit difficult just because of the amount of people who are already on here are huge because they probably started out playing this. I'm wondering at what point, if I maybe play a different game or find a new game that starts, I wonder if that's what I would have to blow up with, is something like that. But I don't know. I still think that I need something, and I don't know what that something is yet. And I'm still learning. I still want to make good content. I still want to do the thing that I'm doing right now, but as far as that's concerned, I don't know what else to upload. And I want to do the best that I can because I'm kind of just going with the flow right now. And as far as that's concerned, you know, I'm just going by the reins, whatever. I don't think it matters right now since I am still a small YouTuber. I've had 28 subscribers for a long time now, however long it's been. I think I'm trying to do this more as like a milestone, not really a milestone, but like a marker. Where I started. I started here. And I have to realize that there's always a starting point, and I don't know what the end point is. Maybe it'll still be 28 subscribers. I don't know. I really want to do something big. I want to do something cool. I don't know what that thing is just yet, but I feel like I really want to start with something awesome and end up achieving something great. I'm still playing Overwatch to this day. I'm still trying my best to make good content, and sometimes that good content ends up being not as good as I either thought it was, because it's not just the views. The views speak for themselves because views don't really matter in a video. But I feel like that's more of the feedback with a video. And I apologize if this video is like an hour long or however long it's going to be, but I need to get this out and I need to talk because I think I've been looking at numbers way too much, and I really want to reach out to more people. And I feel like I've tried a lot of different things, and I don't want people to feel empathy for me. I don't want to have this be a negatively affected video, because if people do end up watching this for however long it's going to be, I don't want the feedback to be, oh, poor you don't have X amount of subscribers. I don't want to look at it like that. Again, this is mainly for me or anybody else who wants to listen. I do as much as I can being a college student. Last semester, you know, I upload weekly, try to upload weekly. And I feel like I've come across so many barriers, and I've kept on pushing beyond those barriers. And it seems like every time I do try to make something good, the entire world is against me on this. Anytime there's probably a good 15 to 20 videos that I have recorded that have either messed up audio, I've only recorded 10 minutes, I didn't record at all, stuff like that has happened probably 15 to 20 times. And it sucks. It sucks a lot. And I feel awful because I feel like those videos could have been great. And I don't know if they would have been great. I don't know if it would have been like a breaking point for my channel because something happened. That kind of stuff. Even when I do record the videos, sometimes they get messed up in the editing software that I'm using. And that's something in and of itself. And I don't know what else to do. It feels wrong to even assume like I should get more because I've been doing it for so long, because I don't want to assume that. That I feel awful if I would try to say something like that. Again, I just feel like the whole system's against me, against smaller YouTubers in general, because I might not be the only one I know I'm not the only one trying to do this full time, but I've been consistently uploading 1 week every week, every Saturday. I've been streaming every Friday on Twitch, and I still try to stream and try to upload like I do have 100, 1,000, a million subscribers. I try my best to be that person that looks towards their goals instead of, you know, looking at it as, oh, I only have X amount of subscribers. And that's, I think that's a good mentality to have, but I also think, like, how do I get to that point where I would be going for 10,000 people, 100,000 people if I get to that point? Am I making videos that reflect that type of person who does have 100,000 subscribers, whatever it is? I don't know. I feel like I make decent videos, but like how am I supposed to tell? I don't know how I would tell, because I'm sitting consistently at 28 for so long. And before then, I've been doing it 2 years beforehand when the video got completely ransacked because it was all fake subscribers. And that was insane to me that people could do that, ruin the channel like that. But then again, would that have even mattered? I don't even know. I'm still contemplating on what I want to do. I don't know what videos I want to make. I've made a bunch of funny moments videos, and those are great. Those are so much fun to make, but is that what I should be known for, or what I want to be known for? I still don't know yet. I still don't know what kind of YouTuber I want to be. I don't want to be the tutorial YouTuber. I don't want to be, like, no offense to them. They're all great people who help out everyone, but I don't want to have that kind of YouTube channel. I either want to make a bunch of funny moments or, you know, make people laugh with dumb skits, but I don't think that that's really, I don't know. I'm just, you know, talking to talk, because I'm still unsure. Oh god, I'm trying to focus so hard on this game. And it's just a quick play game. And I've been trying to get a better grasp on what I should be doing. Like, I got Photoshop. I've been paying for so much, like, of the equipment to do YouTube. Like, I paid a lot of money to try and make the quality as good as it can be, right? And I don't even know if that is... that doesn't make the YouTuber. I definitely don't think that makes the YouTuber ever. But it seems like I look at maybe just anybody, for example, with a lot of people, you know, who they have this great quality. They have a lot of good community members, and I want to be able to do something like that, where I have a good community, where I can talk to everyone, where I can hang out with a bunch of different people and make them laugh, you know? And I don't know if I should continue with this as, like, my type, I guess, of game that I would be playing. It's a lot of questions that I have that I don't really know the answers to. I don't know if I should have the answers to it, and I'm still waiting on the day to where I figure it out. I feel like I've come a long way as far as editing, as far as making videos in general, making thumbnails. I feel like I've gotten better at a lot of that. But even then, like, in the end, it doesn't really matter how well you do something, does it? I still want to be a really good Overwatch player. But is it too far gone? Am I too far gone to this point where I can even make different kinds of videos? Like, what if something blows up? One of my older videos, I can make the easy videos. The aimbot video that I made pranking my brother, just for fun, has 1,000 views. I could do stuff like that every single day besides the 2 views that I get just for the funny moments, right? That would get me tons of views. I don't want to be that person, though. And I'm having, like, such an internal struggle with myself, I guess, to where it's like, I could make these easy videos, get thousands of viewers, but what do I have to show from it? 6,000 subscribers, 100,000 views per video? I don't want that. I've seen people with those types of videos. I want a community, you know? People that have fun, people who want to have fun, who want to play games either with me or just watch me play games. I am so desperately searching for an answer and trying to control something I don't think I can control. And I think that's my issue, is I'm trying to control something that's so far out there and so impossible to control. And I think I have like a need for that for some reason. I don't know why. And part of it is me thinking that I need something like that, and I don't need anything like that as far as views, subscribers, whatever. But I think I also need to be less hard on myself to make those videos every week. Maybe I should. I don't know. I've been so hard on myself to make videos every single week, to make good thumbnails. But I feel like I shouldn't be as lazy as I am. And maybe that has something to do with it. But there's also like, I have a lot going for me, and I have a lot going against me. And I think I'm looking too far into what else can I do. I do a lot already, but what's the next step? What can I do beyond this that's going to really change everything? And I think I'm striving so much for that next step that maybe I'm not looking at what's in front of me just yet. It's a lot to take in for me. And as far as YouTube's concerned, that's obviously much more different than like Twitch, which I've been doing. But it's the same thing with Twitch. Like, I'm trying to be a streamer who is like trying to stream for a ton of people, when obviously they're not streaming for a ton of people. They're streaming for their dashboard themselves. Whether I get to that point isn't really it isn't a matter of when, because I don't think there is a when. I just think there's a point in time where I need to figure out what kind of YouTuber I want to be, I guess, or streamer for that matter. Who am I? Is the biggest question that I'm still trying to figure out. Who am I? What do I want to do? I think that question has been bothering me for a very, very long time, and I don't know what else I want to do besides, you know, I want to get my degree. I'm almost done with my degree, but I'm babbling. I'm just babbling at this point. I think constantly looking at bigger YouTubers maybe has an effect on it as well, because I'm looking at these people with great success and I'm not. Maybe I think another thing that I wanted to try is try more collabs with smaller YouTubers, find smaller YouTubers. But there's also an issue with that where, like, can I find these other people? Can I find someone who plays Overwatch the way I do, with like, who's really trying to make Overwatch videos on PlayStation, you know? I don't know if I can find someone like me, or not even just like me, just another YouTuber. Can I find someone who shares the same interest? I'm still contemplating where I want to go from here. And I think that's bothering me so much, because I'm kind of doing the same thing in real life, where I don't know where I want to be, because I really want to pursue the dream, you know? But what does that dream do for me? And where will that dream take me in 10 years, 20 years? Will it even be possible for me? And when do I realize that I've hit that point where to give up, to try something different, or maybe just to to finally figure out what I want to do as a YouTuber. What path do I want to take to make the videos that I want to make? And when that time comes, I know it's gonna be insane. And like, I'm even trying in quick play right now, you know, like that's how much I'm trying to get better at this game, and I've put so much time into this game. Like, should I be doing more just recording sessions? Should I be branching out as much? I don't have all the answers. I don't know even if I should have more or try to have more answers. It's a lot that I think I'm putting on my shoulders. I think I'm putting so much on my own shoulders that it's starting to get to my head. I don't know what to do, and that's okay, you know? I should really be focusing on more of the now than I should be on the future, maybe. And try to just have fun with it. Because there's still so much I could do. I feel like I have all these great ideas. And I have, you know, these videos that are totally gonna blow up, because this is a great idea. But also, like, I make it, and then it either doesn't turn out what I want it to be, or it turns out to be something that was completely different than when I thought of at the start of it. And that really hits me, to where it's like, wow, this is such a great idea. But once I try to make it, it's like, wow, this is actually really dumb, or this was completely different than when I started. Is that something that's normal, or is that something that I should try to fix, you know? Try to stick with the original plan. Maybe I should, you know, branch out to other games, to other people. Maybe I should... It's a lot of maybes, it's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. And I don't think I give myself enough credit for what I've already done. Because I've done a lot, and I feel like I need to be more proud of myself than anything, because I have done so much, you know? It's a lot to take in, considering it's been forever, and what I've seen from it is 2-3 videos. And again, I don't want it to make it seem like, oh, woe is me, I don't get as many views as I want. It's more of like, hey, I've been doing this thing, and I feel like I've improved. But this says I haven't, right? This says, oh, no, your videos are still the same as they were 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. And I'm having a hard time grasping it. And I want to make something great. I want to be able to do everything and anything to make 100, 1,000, 5 people laugh. But I don't know where it starts. Well, I know where it started, but not knowing where it ends, I think scares me the most. Because what if I end up not getting where I want to be, and I just end up doing something that I shouldn't, you know? Getting to that point where I do the easy videos, where I don't ever want to do the easy videos. I don't ever want to stray from who I am as a person. And given the chance to do something great is everywhere on YouTube. Like, you have so much room to do whatever you want on this platform, and it's hard to distinguish yourself from everybody else, because I could just be looked at as another ML7 wannabe, or a Jacksepticeye wannabe, a Markiplier wannabe. Anybody you could look at any YouTuber and say they're trying to copy someone else. They're trying to be someone else. And I think I'm still having trouble figuring out if I'm me or if I'm trying to copy someone else. And I feel like it's a mixture of both. Like, I'm trying to do something individually. I'm trying to get as many, like I've said, I've had a bunch of great ideas that I've wanted to do, that I've wanted to try, and that I just don't end up, I don't feel like I've done a good enough job with those videos or with that content or whatever it is. Should I, like the dumb stuff in here, like people put TTV in their name, on their gamer tags, YouTube on their gamer tags. And even that seems like a low blow. But is it, given what they're trying to do? They're trying to get some person to just go check out their content. To be like, hey, I want to see that person in my videos. It's a lot of ifs, ands. I've even had thoughts of making a completely different channel, of starting over multiple times. And it's so much that I want to talk about. So much internal doubt, anxiety, nervousness that I've had. And I guess it's stressing me, weighing on me, something. I don't know yet, but making videos is so much fun. But to see somebody else from an outside perspective and them either not appreciating what you do, and this isn't to call anybody out, because I have very supportive family, I have very supportive friends, but everybody from the outside perspective looks at it and is like, what are you doing? You're sitting down playing video games. That's it. For however long. Hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 8 to 10, 12 for professional streamers, professional higher end streamers, YouTubers, professional players. And I think I need to kind of section it out, because I think I need to apply what I've learned in Overwatch. I think I need to apply that to real life, apply it to YouTube and streaming, because I don't have a lot of time in my day to record, to edit, to stream as long as other people do. And some people take years to get up, you know? And that's something that is so amazing to see. So amazing to see and so amazing to look at. Because if you look at everybody's first videos, they'll probably have similar views on it, just because like higher end YouTubers want to see what was there beforehand. But they also want to see like where they've come from, where they started, and where they are now, as far as their first videos and then their most recent video. Because they took 4, 5, 6 years to get to where they are. But then again, they had that game, that video that made them blow up. And I feel like not to call any specific YouTuber out, but the one that I can remember the most is the #1 YouTuber, PewDiePie, had his funny moments montage that had so many views, and that absolutely blew up on YouTube. And I feel like that's what pushed him so far ahead of everyone else, was that amazing video that he made. And like, I don't know if this game, if one of those videos of me playing my favorite game is going to be that moment. But man, I want it to be this game so badly. I want it to be this. I want it to be me playing my favorite game for people, making them laugh, you know, helping others. I think I'm having a hard time with that, because I watch people. I know of streamers, of YouTubers who just say, yeah, do what you want to do. Who cares what anyone else says? And I tried so hard to live by that as much as humanly possible. Because I love that type of mentality, that who cares? Who cares mentality, you know? But with that mentality, I have to constantly keep that, and it's so, you know, weird to see it from their perspective. Because you could look at it their way and be like, oh yeah, I did whatever I wanted, or I made this video my video just because it was fun, just because I wanted it to be my video. And now they're tens of thousands of subscribers in the air, hundreds of thousands, millions even. It's hard to see where they come from because you don't know where they came from. You have no idea what they went through personally, what they did to get to where they are. You're still you. You're still trying to be yourself, and it's hard to look at it from where they were so long ago and apply it to yourself, because you've been through, maybe you don't know that they've been through as much as you, or maybe even more. You have no idea what they did when they started out. And sure, times have changed, but it feels like the gap between what they did, how YouTube started out for them, like, it's almost like you want to know the formula for how to be great. The formula, the video, the thumbnail, you know? What do I need to do what I want to do for the rest of my life, to be a great person, a great YouTuber, someone who can be looked up to, someone who could be amazing, because I feel like I have a ton of potential, but I'm not using it like I should be. And that potential, I don't want ever to go away. I don't want my ambition to go away. I'm still going to keep doing this. I still want to keep doing this. I still want to change my current situation. I'm 20 years old. I have had one job. I haven't been employed since last year, actually. Well, 6 months ago, probably. Yeah, about 6 months ago. Maybe longer. I haven't been employed for a really long time. And people, family members, friends who look at that and they see it as laziness. And it is, partially. It's laziness, but it's also hope that maybe something is going to happen. So maybe I can get anywhere. Maybe I can get something going. Because as far as working a normal job, like, there's things that I would love to do, but this more than anything, you know? And I think I'm trying so desperately to get there that it may not. And I think I'm just having a hard time trying to really know what to do at this point, because there's so much left for me in my life that I don't have to have it right now. But again, there's that little bit of hope that maybe it'll happen. Maybe one of these times, at some point, you know, it's got to happen sometime, right? I think that's my mentality right now, is, hey, it's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen soon. Like, that's the point. It's to the point where I think that maybe I'm entitled to a good video. I don't know. I think maybe somebody could look at this a very different way. And I think there's a lot of learning that I need to do. And maybe I just need to really assess myself in what I want to do. Because there might be a point where it's just maybe I'm looking at the wrong crowd. Maybe I need to figure things out for myself instead of just complaining all the time. There's still a lot yet to be discovered about myself, and I think there's still... like, I'm... In this game, there's still so much that I want to do. And so much I have yet to really do for myself. Because there's, like, a certain point in Overwatch where it's like, hey... And, like, I don't have enough time for this game either. To where I want to practice, to where I want to get to these better ranks. And you could still have that mentality of telling me, why do you care? You know? Somebody could look at it as, you're just complaining. You know, why do you care about being a bigger, better? And I guess it's just because I want to have it so bad that I'm complaining so much. I don't even know if I should consider it complaining. I guess it's complaining. I don't know. But I want it so bad. And I think I need to dial it back maybe and realize that not everybody can have what these people have because it's something special. You know, they worked hard for it. And even though I may think that I worked hard for it, you know, that doesn't always mean it should be something that I should have. I think as like a final note on this whole thing, since I've been babbling for so long, is, you know, I think in the end, being just an Overwatch YouTuber, I should continue with it for as long as I want to. No matter how much views it does or doesn't get me, regardless of whether somebody else tells me to or whether I want to, I think I should do what I want to do. And I'm going to continue doing what I want to do. But I feel that I should do something along the lines of doing it because I want to do it and not because it's going to get me views, not because I should change something because it might do something different for me, but just because it might do better than different videos. It might not. I think I just need to learn, hey, it's not over yet. There's still so much more left to go. Playing this game makes me happy, and if I find another game that does well, then so be it. But I think I need to be me and not worry so much about who I could be and worry about the next step. If I get there, then good. But that point needs to be there first. I need to create that opportunity for myself, and I need to realize that there is no formula. I need to do something as me, and not something that means that I could be someone like these other people. And you know, so what if I can or can't be my own person? So what if I can or can't be somebody else? I think in the end, as a self-assessment, I need to continue with what I'm doing, keep doing my best, and if I get there, then I will have deserved it. I will have done what I needed to do, no matter what it is. Looking back on this, if I ever do, I think looking back on this, I should see, you know, I was at that point where I hit a very, very low point where I didn't think I could do this anymore. And that is an awful way to look at it. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to quit. No, I'm not quitting. I don't want to quit. There have been so many obstacles, and I've been pushing past those obstacles. I want to continue to do that. I don't want to ever stop doing it, because I think that's what makes me me. Even though I think the whole world is against me. That's what makes me the YouTuber that I want to be. The person who has 100 roadblocks and still finds a way to get past all of them. No matter what the world, what other people, what other issues were thrown at me, I did everything in my power to get past those and do what I wanted to do because I wanted to do it. Not because somebody told me to, not because somebody told me to not do it, because it's not good enough or it's not something you should do. I want to do this for me. The YouTuber I am is someone who never gives up, no matter what's thrown in their face. That's who I am. I'm not Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Game Grumps, anybody. I am no one but myself. And I realize that now, that means more than anybody else should know. Because that, being that person, gives me the right to become the best YouTuber I can be. And that YouTuber is going to make it. Instead of saying, I need to do something to change, I am going to change. I'm going to become the best person I can be. I'm going to do everything in my power to make myself known. I'm going to become someone great. And whether that ends up being today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, I'm going to do it. And no one can tell me otherwise. Because there's no way. Not only do I want to be a great YouTuber, but, you know, I want to be a great Overwatch player. And if that means, you know, I have to do one thing or another, then whatever, you know? I think I still have a lot left to go, but there's also a lot left to say. And the more I sit here and try to talk about it, the less I'm going to get done. So I guess what I'm saying is, hey, it's not all bad. It could 100% be much, much worse. And the one time that I don't think I'm doing something is the one time where I'm going to end up being great. Because there's still a lot left to do. There's still a long ways to go. And I think I just need to grab it and take it for what it is. And if I can't do it, that's okay. Because I did my best. I did what I wanted to do. And it didn't matter what anybody else said. I'm going to stream and make as many videos as I can, as I want. As soon as I'm done with, you know, my semester of college, I'm going to try to make videos, good videos, that I wanted to make every day. I'm going to do something great. And I'm going to try to create... I'm going to try to create something original almost every day. I'm going to try to be great. I'm going to try to have fun. Because if I don't, I think I'm missing the whole point of this whole YouTube thing. Not only should you be helping others, not only should you be doing your best, but you should also be trying to do something great along with it. And even with all the money that I've spent, all the things that I've done, all the things that I haven't done, you know, how far I've come, the difference that it makes. There's one thing that I need to remember. I should never stop. Because if I do, what's the chance that I'm going to end up doing it again? What's the chance that I might hit the top of my game, the point that where I wanted to reach? One thing's for sure. I need to be me. Because no one else can be who I am. No one else can do what I want to do. Because I think that's probably the point where I need to be at is, hey, you did what you wanted to do. And at that point, doing what you want to do, doing it for fun, being able to say, hey, I did this, I did it for fun, and it was the best damn time I ever had. I think that says a lot about someone. I may have 20 subscribers, but I'm doing what I want to do and I'm having fun with it. I may make a lot of mistakes when it comes to this stuff, but I'll get it. I guess one thing that I want to tell my future self is you might be at a high point right now, you might be at a low point, but remember this, you know? Everybody's got to start somewhere. And if you don't know, if you're not happy with who you are right now, then what are you doing, you know? Be yourself, because who cares what you do? You're doing what you want to do. And that's the most important thing you can worry about. Is, hey, you wanted to be you, you got your wish. And what's the point of continuing to do YouTube if you're not doing what you want to do? The thing that I'm going to try to change is I want to collab with more people. I want to find more people. I want to stream with other people besides the couple of people that I have for friends. I'm going to find someone to collab with, to do some fun stuff with. Because sitting there complaining about it isn't going to do me any good. Because if I continue to do that, then what good is it by just complaining? Again, this is just a video for me. If anybody can do it, it has to be me. Nobody else can. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I choose my fate. And my fate is going to be I choose to be me. Whoever is watching this besides myself should realize, you know, this obviously is just me. I'm at a low point personally. It's not anything outside or anything like that, but personally, I'm having a struggle, and the next few videos that will come out are going to be trying to control that struggle as much as I can. And whatever I decide to do with it, I hope to see many more people learn that I'm just trying to be myself and I don't want to change who I am. Thank you guys for watching.